Welcome, entrepreneurs and solopreneurs. If you're watching this, you're probably familiar with that sinking feeling when you see an IRS envelope in your mailbox or an unknown number that could be a tax collector. You're not alone in dealing with unfiled back taxes. Many business owners fall behind due to challenging cash flow months, complex sales seasons, and what starts as simple procrastination can quickly turn into years of unfiled returns. Let's talk about why this becomes such a serious problem. The IRS is one of the most powerful collection agencies with automated systems that pile on penalties relentlessly. There are three main types of penalties you need to understand. The failure to file penalty at 5% per month up to 25%. The failure to pay penalty at 0.5% per month up to 25%. And perhaps most devastating, interest charges that compound daily on both your unpaid taxes and penalties. This means your tax debt is actively growing like a high-interest loan that never stops. The consequences of letting this situation continue are severe. Operating your business from a place of fear takes a massive mental toll, preventing you from making strategic decisions, applying for loans, or even buying a house. The IRS follows a predictable pattern of escalation, starting with simple reminders like the CP 501 notice, but quickly progressing to aggressive CP 504 notices threatening to seize your property. Each notice creates more panic and disrupts your ability to focus on your business. If left unaddressed, this leads to two devastating outcomes: federal tax liens, which are public claims against all your assets that destroy your credit, and federal tax levies, where the IRS actively seizes your assets, garnishes your e-commerce payouts, freezes bank accounts, and takes your future income. What started as a promising business can quickly become another insolvent statistic. But here's the good news. This situation is 100% fixable. We've guided hundreds of businesses through this exact process. The key is engaging with a clear, step-by-step plan rather than panicking. Let's start with step 1. Stop the bleeding. Counterintuitively, the first step is to file your current year's return, even if you haven't filed for years. This immediately stops new failure to file penalties and shows you're making a good faith effort to get compliant. Let's dive deeper into the action steps. For step 1, filing your current year's return is crucial. It demonstrates to the IRS that you're serious about compliance going forward. Step 2 is becoming an investigator. You need to get your IRS transcripts, both wage and income and account transcripts, for all unfiled years. These documents are a goldmine, showing exactly what income the IRS thinks you earned from all 1099s, W-2s, and other forms reported under your SSN or EIN. The single most important next step is going to the Get Transcript Online tool on the IRS website. For step 3, we'll use the 80-20 method to reconstruct your books. Don't worry if you're missing records. You don't need every gas receipt. Simply download your business bank and credit card statements for unfiled years and categorize income and expenses into a simple spreadsheet. This approach captures the vast majority of legitimate business deductions. Step 4 is crucial. Prepare and file all missing returns, but don't pay yet. Take your transcripts from step 2 and your reconstructed books from step 3. Prepare all unfiled returns and file them simultaneously without sending payment. This single act immediately stops the crushing failure to file penalty. Once filed, the IRS's posture changes from collection to resolution mode. You're no longer a fugitive but a taxpayer with a debt, which opens all doors for the final step. Step 5 is choosing your resolution path. Once you're compliant, the IRS will send a final bill for all years. This is when you can formally resolve the debt through several options. If this is your first offense, you might qualify for first-time penalty abatement, where the IRS waives failure to file and failure to pay penalties for the first year. You could set up an installment agreement for a formal long-term payment plan, or if you qualify, pursue an offer in compromise to settle for less than the full amount. If you're facing severe financial hardship, currently not collectible status might be appropriate. Following this plan stops penalties and interest from accruing, halts threatening letters, and pauses levies. You'll finally have a clear number of what you actually owe and regain control of your situation. The ultimate positive outcome isn't just achieving a zero balance, it's lifting that mental weight that's been holding you back. You'll be able to focus completely on your customers, products, and growth, with the freedom to apply for business loans, buy a home, and sleep soundly at night. You get your business back, and more importantly, you get your life back. While this 5-step plan provides the roadmap, executing it can be overwhelming and emotionally draining. This is where a professional partner becomes invaluable. Working with a CPA firm like www.accountingprocesses.com means you're not just hiring a tax preparer, you're getting a skilled negotiator and shield. They handle the IRS for you by signing a power of attorney, so those scary letters stop coming to you and start going to them. As expert investigators, they'll pull your transcripts and perform a deep dive reconstruction of your books, ensuring every possible deduction is found to minimize what you owe. They know the ins and outs of IRS resolution programs and can analyze your complete financial picture to build the strongest possible case for an offer in compromise or first-time penalty abatement. This takes a 40-hour high-anxiety project off your plate so you can focus on what will actually pay the debt: growing your business. Remember, the worst thing you can do is nothing. The most powerful thing you can do is take one small, tangible step today. Start by going to irs.gov and creating an account to access your transcripts. To your success.